Got my guy tapped in today. What's good, Chill?
Hey, how you doing, Lawrence? What's going on, people? How y'all doing?
Shit, we staying working.
Always building the brand.
Introduce yourself to the people.
You know, I'm the author of No Love, founder of Literati Publishing Company.
So you just dropped that book recently, right?
Yeah, I dropped No Love in April. I dropped it on 4/20 actually. About a year to the date of my release.
So I seen you was able to reach the Akron market with it, even some local spots. How's that been?
Well, you know, that was easy because, you know, that's where I'm from. You know, I'm from Akron. That's my hometown. And, you know, some of my friends and family is there. And, you know, I got a lot of, you know, love and support. And, you know, was able to put my book on a few store shelves and everything.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about the book. What do you want people to take from the book?
Well, what you're going to get from any book from me is a dose of reality. You know, because I like to call myself like a reality writer. You know, I don't write fantasy. You know, even though it's fiction, it's like, it's what you see going on in the street. Like, if it's going on out there, it's going on in the book. It's going to be in the book. You know, if the president sucks, if, you know, if people scamming, if it's this hitting on, they doing this and they're using this drug, or they're listening to this music, wearing these type of clothes, driving these type of cars, whatever going on today, that's what's going to be going on in the book.
Okay. Like, what was the best way for you to get your book in the hands of the people?
Well, you know, everything Amazon right now, you know, Amazon was founded off of books. You know, they started off with Kindle. You know, so, you know, books is everything on Amazon, electronic downloads. You know, you can get you a hardcover or a soft cover, however. You know, that's the best way if you want to purchase the book. Just go through Amazon.
Okay.
You know, or you get a signed copy from me personally. Hey. You know, lucky enough to know me like you. You know?
Right. Yeah, I was able to get that signed copy, but y'all gotta tap in for it. You're in the process of getting your book on JPay?
Well, see, now that's the plan. That's been the plan. You know, all this is good and fine and extra, but always JPay been the sight, been the goal. Because you know, I was incarcerated, you know, and I was dealing with JPay every day. I was spending money on JPay every week, you know, buying music and video games. And you know, I'm a writer, so the whole time I'm writing these books, I say, you know, I'm gonna get these books on JPay. So now, you know, I got a petition. Everybody signed a petition. We're gonna be on JPay by the end of this year, and it's gonna change the lives of thousands of people. You talking about that's our market as far as writers, because that's where our books are wanted. You know, they say people on the street don't read. That may be true. The people incarcerated do. And America happen to have over 20% of the world's prison population locked up, you know, incarcerated people. We only make up 4% of the world. It's not prison profiteering, but at the same time, the inmates want books.
Yeah, we all gotta sign that petition for sure.
Yeah,
we gotta get it in there.
Yeah, it's money. And it's not just for black authors, it's for all authors. You know, and you can use self-help books, it's motivational books, diet books, there's all type of books, but they ought to be available for download electronically. The same way that video games and music are available.
Like, how long you been writing?
That's a good question. Now, it's a story that comes with that question. Now, I've actually, I've been writing since I'm talking about age around 4 or 5, because my parents was smart enough to get me hooked on phonics. They taught me my vowels and alphabet at an early age. And I remember vividly when I was in the 2nd grade is when I first realized that I was special with writing. Because they moved me up a grade. They made me go to the 3rd grade class for English and for literature. And for those of you who know me, y'all probably remember the day I walked in that classroom. But a lot of people was like, congratulate me, like, yeah, you know, it was a big deal, but they don't realize it was a traumatizing experience, because I got in that classroom and thinking, you know, I was hot shit or whatever, but I looked up at the chalkboard and they were writing in cursive, and there wasn't nothing said. I couldn't read anything.
Right.
But yeah, I stayed in honors lit throughout everything, man, all the way up.
Yeah, and like that cursive be a lost art. A lot of people can't do cursive no more.
They actually don't even teach in the schools, in a lot of schools now. It is going to be a lost art.
Wow.
It's a lot of lost arts, and that's why you got to keep books, because books stand the test of time.
Yeah.
Right.
With cursive, you don't have to pick up the pen.
Yeah.
Like,
we always
keep it.
Yeah, you don't. You're right.
You know,
Keep it
easier
flowing.
to
Keep it flowing.
right. Yeah.
That's right. Go with it.
So we heard you did some time. What was the hardest adjustment after being incarcerated?
Man. Wanting everything all at once. You know, sitting back and not being able to have nothing. And getting out and everything is right there. It's like you want it all. You know, you want it all, but it's like it's not attainable like that. You know, you gotta grind to get it, you gotta work, you can't sleep. You really gotta get it. Like, nobody gets it for free. Everybody you see with it out here, they work for it, they earn it. You know, so you gotta get it.
Like, did you feel that people gave up on you during that period while having to sit down a little bit?
Never. It wasn't that people gave up on you. It's just, it's out of sight, out of mind, man. That's a different world. You know, so it's like, you know. I mean, I don't give up on people too, but I realized I was in another world. I realized also that I'd be back. So I don't never give up on people, because people change with time, and, you know, time heals all wounds.
A lot of truth to that. How do you bounce back after taking an L?
I mean, you stay grinding. You gotta have a plan. And then on top of that, it was never an L. People see prison. It's what you make it. You know, if you get in there and you make the worst of your time, that's what you're gonna get. But if you make the best of your time, you can actually turn prison into sort of like an ashram. You know, where like a monastery. So it's something that people on the street they don't have the privilege of doing. You know, where you can build your mind, body, and soul. You know, your physical, you know, your mental, and your spirit. You know, through studies. You know, finding yourself. And it's like, when you look back through history, most of our great men were convicts. You know, when you look at Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, Nelson Mandela, Huey P. Newton, Bobby Seale. I mean, even Tim Allen. Who else? I keep going on. It's a lot of them that just, you know, where you find yourself. You know, Malcolm X didn't go in prison. Malcolm X, he went in. Malcolm Little, he came out. Malcolm X. Nelson Mandela went in a lawyer. He came out and became president. You know, it's like it's just. And I took the best. I made the best of my time. You know, I got into writing. You know, I wrote a lot, and I came up with this plan, and I'm manifesting this plan.
Cause like I remember, like we had talked about, like your approach, like your game plan going forward. Like you was already plotting. Like I felt like you was about to do some major moves, like with writing and stuff. Like I remember when we first met, like it was dope to hear like what you was saying. Like you're like, yeah, I'm out. I'm gonna
remember that.
Take it to the top.
In my mama's house, you bought my book on the spot.
Right, yeah, you got it autographed and everything.
I definitely did that. That's right, yeah. And, you know, it was just, it was a plan. You know, a man without a plan is a man who plans to fail. So, you know, it's just execute a plan. It was a year to a day this, boom. You know, then it's going to be 2 years to a day this, boom. You know, hopefully, you know, JPay, see how lucrative a deal that could be for all authors across the board and them. And beneficial to the inmates and everybody. And hopefully I'll be able to write. Oh, I got a lot of books already. I got a lot coming for y'all. Y'all don't even know. I got some
coming so strong with it.
Oh yeah. It's the real street. I'm the author of the street. Facts.
Hell yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, and I'm definitely like excited to see like what else like you got going on.
Oh yeah, Midwest Mafia coming. I got. I don't want to let too much out the bag, but Literati Publishing is real. Literati, the educated class, men of letters. You know, it's serious. You know, a guy named Prophet told me I should start writing. You know, and I woke up in the middle of a cell. This was in the beginning of my business. I was in the county jail. And I woke up in the cell, and then I just started writing. Something came to me. I released that shit. That might be my last project. It was so powerful, I had to put it down. But I'm letting have it one day.
Yeah, like music, people can learn from your books, I feel. Do you think there's a lot of truth to that?
Definitely. I mean, you know, you learn. That's what they tell you. You're going to hide anything from anybody you put in the book if they don't read. Books is nothing but knowledge. Like me, I've read libraries of books. I've read everything. Like when you talk about incarceration, like Fyodor Dostoevsky, you know, that's one of my, I won't say mentors with writing because I've read anything he writes. He's written, I should say, anything he's written. If you don't know, you know, it's Russian literature. It's literature. I read a lot of literature. You know, and it translates into my writing. Yeah, my genre may be urban fiction, but my writing is literature because that's all I read. You know, that's all I read. You know, the older the better. Jonathan Swift. I can go on forever. You know, Alexander Dumas. I can go on forever. You know, but definitely.
How would you say that JP works with music and books?
Well, see, that's the thing with the music too, man. I mean, I was sitting there and I was watching these musicians make money on JPEG. I mean, releasing they work in prisons before a week before it be released on the street. And you know, that's all I listen to, man. But it correlates with me. Am I writing? Like when I write, I listen to music, but I can't listen to music with words. I have to listen to jazz or, you know, instrumentals. I listen to a lot of Kenny G and, you know, Ordinary stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, it's cool because like you can use music in different forms to like inspire and kind of keep the flow going.
Definitely. It's all art, you know. It's all art form.
Like, has music been a big part of your process?
Yeah, that's the main process when I write. I have to lock in. I have to have my music. You know, my isolation, that's it. As long as they ain't got no words, as long as it's just a, you know, a flow, then I can write. Because, you know, I have a mean writing process, to say the least.
That'd be dope to get on video sometime.
Yeah.
Just like, you know, gives the people something to watch.
I'm thinking about giving
some
out
inspirational shit.
Yeah, I'm thinking about giving out a course because I seen some people's writing styles and Walter Mosley, you know, he's my guy. You know, and I seen, you know, he was giving a course on writing. I'm just like, God. Got something.
Yeah.
You know, it's I'll get you a book in 6 months, guaranteed.
That's crazy.
Just hard dedication, you know, and it's just, you know, it's just a format. Once you get it down packed, you know, you.
It's that Literati Publishing.
Oh yeah, that's the sauce.
Yeah.
That's the sauce. It's coming. it's just in the making. It's been manifested. They say if you plant a seed and you water it and you nurture it, it's going to grow.
Okay.
So, this seed been planted. It's growing. I'm watching it grow. It's growing. You know, just gotta be patient and you gotta stay the course.
So, any recorder and artists that you work with?
Oh yeah, I work with all my family, man. They support me, man. Shout out to Arab, JB, DZJ, Zay, my little cousin, my little nephew, Hyphy. Yeah, they Hyphy Cash. They down here in Atlanta. They got No Love, the soundtrack that go with the book. I'm talking about, man, my folks, they rock with me and they fine. That's why we got to put it together. We got everything in place. We down here in the A. It's time.
For sure. And I be seeing them put into action. So.
Oh yeah,
Getting
we in
that,
the streets. You know,
getting that work in.
You know where we at right now. Yeah.
For sure.
You know, No Love is not. You know, it's not. Like I said, it's not a fairy tale. You know, it's real.
Keep it real.
Hey, listen, it's real as it gets.
It's cold out there.
Leave a review. It's a cold world.
Yeah.
I mean, like I
all
said,
facts for real.
The author of the streets.
Yeah.
But see, it's more than just streets because, like, okay, I'm gonna tell you like this. My folks have said, because they know me, they expected me to write a certain thing. I said, I gotta write it for my people. They're not gonna pick up, you know, a book on aerodynamic aviation parts or some shit. You know what I mean? They or even self-help books like that. You know, but so I give them what they like. But you gotta make it taste good, like medicine. You feel me? So I'm gonna slip the message in there But I'm gonna give them what they like. It's just like rap music. You know what I mean? But rap music kind of losing the message right now. I ain't that's another topic.
Yeah. Definitely changed.
2021, that's one of the adjustments I had to make when coming home too. That's another topic.
Yeah.
Or another interview, yeah.
Right.
I don't want to get in no trouble.
No, yeah, we can keep it like that. But, what's next for you?
Man, JPay, that's the goal. You know, I ain't never lost sight of the goal. And it's a petition out now. You know, I'm writing filming it. I'm writing a few people, sending letters. And it's just a push of a button. It's just the government contractors and the government just, you know. But that's what's next. And then that's the future. And then, you know, that'll be knocking down the wall, breaking barriers, and then setting a path for a lot of authors, man. You know, to take care of their families and everything, you know. Yeah, it's opened up a new way, a whole other market. I'm at the forefront. I'm the one that's doing it. It's the only way it's gonna get done. I wrote everybody, telling them like, hey man, I got $100+ million untapped market. They in there begging for books. They have not one black author book in the library. They buy them all. Nobody listens, so I gotta do it. But I'm doing it for everybody, for everybody.
Yeah, and that's respectable for real. Like, I feel like you can make a difference, like, even for, like, your family coming up.
That's what it's all about. I'm all about the family. You know, that's what it's all about. You know, the father, brother, son, you know, friend. It's just, hey, you know how it is. United we stand, divided we fall. So, that's
for real. Like, so, before we get up out of here, where can people find your books to purchase and keep up to date with you?
I am available on Amazon, of course. You know, Chill Will. No Love by Will Brown. Either one that should pop up. I'm also available at Akron, at Marley and Me Novelties on West Market Street, 347 West Market Street. Shout out to my boy. He did that. He's a real one. He's one of the only ones to holler at me when I came home. Facts. But that's about the only two platforms where you can get with me and get you an autograph copy.
Yeah. In the streets.
In the streets. I ain't hard to find either. You know, I'm out here, I'm in the A. We doing pop-ups. We doing everything. We grind. I'm just like you, man. I see you working everywhere. Yeah.
You know, I know the choice I made, so, you know, it's...
You came out here with me, shooting Northeast Ohio.
Right?
You gotta know.
For real, man.
Yeah.
We're for real with this.
Yeah, we grinding. We gonna stay.
Facts.
Until we get to where we supposed to be. But yeah, y'all gotta get no love, man. It's a real book. It's just the beginning. Leave a review. It's on Kindle Unlimited, which means you can read it for free if you're a subscriber. You know, that's the Netflix of books. It's on Amazon. Order your paperback copy. Soon to come on audiobook. You know, we working. You know, it's all positive vibes over here. We networking, building brands.
Appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate you.
For sure.
Wait for part 2. Midwest Mafia.
You heard it first.